If you will help me, I believe that with your help, we can win the primary next Tuesday. Governor Romney has an enormous amount of money, but if you look around here, we have an enormous number of people. And I believe that people power beats money power every time in the United States of America. So, with your help, we want to be able to win the primary. When we win the primary, we will have taken a huge step towards winning the general election. And with your help, we will have an ability in the general election to challenge the president. So I want you to know that if, with your help, I come back to Tampa as the nominee, in my acceptance speech, I will challenge the president to 7 3-hour debates. In the Lincoln-Douglas tradition of having a timekeeper but no moderator. And I will tell you in advance, because I don't want you to be disappointed, that I will accept the president using a teleprompter. After all, if you had to defend Obamacare, wouldn't you want to have a teleprompter? Now, some people believe that he won't accept, but I believe he will for this reason. As many of you know, I'm a student of American history. And in American history, Abraham Lincoln, when he announced in 1858, having been out of office for 10 years, challenged Douglas. He said, there are 105 days left in the campaign. Why don't we debate every day? Douglas said no. Douglas was the most famous senator in the country. He was going to be the next president. Said, I don't want to debate you. So Lincoln, using the technology of his time, followed Douglas by 24 hours wherever he went. And after about 3 weeks, Douglas began to realize that the news media was covering Lincoln's answer. They weren't covering Douglas's speech. And so he wrote him, he said, all right, I'll agree. And they had 7 debates that were historically very important. If when we are at the convention, the president has not yet accepted the 7 debates, I will announce in the acceptance speech that as of that evening, the White House will be my scheduler, and I will follow the president by 4 hours. And I will rebut every one of his speeches every day, and I will do it without a teleprompter. And I think a couple weeks of that on 24-hour talk radio, cable channel news, etc., and they're going to decide. But let me tell you the difference. I was asked this morning, apparently the debate commission announced what it wants to do. And I was asked by some reporter this morning, I said, actually, I don't care. I have no interest this fall in some kind of outside group deciding the terms of the debate and picking the reporters who get to decide what kind of junk we will talk about. We recently had a debate where 15 minutes was spent on a contraception issue involving a 1963 Supreme Court case. Now give me a break. The number of people in America who were sitting on the edge of their seat thinking, oh yes, Griswold versus Connecticut, exactly what I'm worried about. I think we need to break loose from the news media. We need to assert that the people who run for president are adults. Now, during the primaries, I'm happy to tolerate it. I don't think it's the best system, but I will show up if in fact they ask me to. But in the general election as a presidential candidate, the president and I ought to be able to arrange our own debates about the topics we think matter, and we should be able to talk to the American people without reporters playing gotcha, being clever, or having 60-second rules like, what would you do about Nigeria in 60 seconds? Or what's your answer to Social Security in 30 seconds? This is not a way to run a great country. We have the capacity on the internet, we have the capacity on cable television, we have the ability to have a genuine adult conversation, and that's what we should do this fall. And I will challenge President Obama to do just that.